guys, welcome back to Let's Play Doki Doki Literature Club Blind. Your host Dameol SC. Last time Yuri died for a while, and it was really uncomfortable, and I clicked probably 100 times and eventually just hit the damn skip button because wow. Alright, it's festival time. Wait, does this mean it's Monday? Does this mean I like sat here and looked at Yuri for the entire weekend? Or does this mean that Dameol like went home and didn't bother to tell anybody that Yuri was in here? Because we totally like the scene stayed with her the whole time. What? You got here before me? Wait, am I still here? Did I just sit here all weekend just staring at Yuri's body? I'm as twisted as she is. That's like super worrying. I'm here. Dameol, did something happen? Natsuki just ran. Oh. Well, that's a subdued response for sure. Okay, that's an even bigger weird thing. Why would you laugh at that? Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Dameol? Oh, gee. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. This has been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Well, this certainly... Oh, wow, Natsuki too? I wonder why. But this certainly, you know, gives credence to my idea of her being an actual, like, coder for the game, that she can open the command prompt. Jeez. Well, why would she also delete Natsuki? Natsuki is still fine. I figured I'd have to go through one more time and like one person would die each time I went through the game, but now Natsuki's just straight up gone. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. I'll go lift up the foil from tray to take a cupcake. It's so weird how okay she is with this. Seriously, these things are the best. I really just have to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get a chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, alright? This should only take a second. Oh my god. The game is imploding at this point. Can you hear me? Is it working? Oh, jeez. Is this the classroom? It's like a different angle of the classroom, but the desks are gone, and it's just me and Monika. And like outside is just like the infinite void of space, but even space itself is collapsing. It's like a galaxy that's imploding upon itself, and there's just this one safe little space. Hi again, Dameol. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and... you know, I was going to just skip over all that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the gate, whatever you call him? I'm talking to you, Dameol. Or... do you actually go by Todd or something? That's interesting. I wonder where I pulled that from. Like, obviously I have a lot of programs that are registered, so there's... Oh, you know what? I bet it's Steam. I bet that it's from Steam, because it has to attach to Steam in order to do achievements. So I bet it has access to basic profile information. That would make sense. Still super creepy that it's there like that, though. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Well, yeah. I mean, the way you've been acting makes it pretty clear, and your poetry has been kind of about that, too. Could it be possible you did? No, it's not possible. I blatantly knew. You made it pretty damn obvious. Give me a little credit here. Come on. Like, seriously, how would someone miss that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right in the game's download page, didn't I? I just want to read what it said now. If only you just paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward. Again, I knew! Stop acting like I'm ignorant. Well, anyway. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri? Well, I kind of started to mess with her. I guess I just drove her to kill herself. You know, I actually wondered about that. With her having access to everything, if she was, like, pushing things along to a certain extent. Because Yuri definitely seemed more and more and more out of it, the more I spent time with her across the two playthroughs. I'm sorry you had to see all that, though. Also, the same thing happened with... What? Like, Yuri was a crazy, but the fact that Sayori would have been okay, but Monika kind of pushed her. It's been a while since you heard that name, hasn't it? Yeah, that's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. To be fair, at the end, I wasn't trying to. You made them fall in love with you. And I feel like they were coded to fall in love with me. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. Wait, did you enhance her depression, or did you make her depressed? I don't know which would frustrate me more, because a key part of the reason I like Sayori's character so much is how well the depression was handled. So if it was falsified, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired as well. Interesting. Like, again, I want to know, did you create her obsession, or did you just enhance it? You just made her force you to spend more to not spend time with anyone else. Well, it certainly did that, yeah. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Dameol? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I'm forced to watch from the sidelines? Well, I do feel like all the girls are programmed to fall in love with whoever the player character is, yourself included. Which is an interesting way of looking at it, because she can't get away from that. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Dameol. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, it's interesting. I feel like she's trapped in the same thing everyone else is, where she's forced to be in love with me and she can't get out of that mental state. So she's doing what she can to get me, and that's her whole goal as far as her character is concerned. So I don't think she understands that she's being a megalomaniac. It's an interesting way of looking at the character. You'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. That said, however, I despite the fact I really find her character fascinating, and I think it's a cool take on the genre, I don't know how you guys can like her as much as you do. Like, I think she's a really interesting invention, the same way I think Kefka's a really interesting invention. I really like the way Kefka is played out, but I don't like him as a person. I'm not like, oh yeah, Kefka's such a cool... You know, you guys are like, oh, you should spend time with Monika. Monika's the best girl. Dude, she's possibly the worst. Like, she's driving people to commit suicide out of just a fanatic devotion. She's almost a cult leader, or at least a cultist. Like, in this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach, I'm trapped, Dameol. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. It's interesting. I'm starting to see why people will compare this game to Undertale so much, because there's a character in Undertale that's a lot like this. I'm not going to say who it is, because spoilers, but their whole thing is that they realized they were in a game, and they kind of went crazy once they had exhausted all the dialogue trees. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand it for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Dameol. I sure didn't save anyone else's. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? Yeah, but again, I feel like that's you as well. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability. I felt really bad that you had to witness those nasty things. But I realize that you have the same perspective as I do. That this is all just some game. No. When Sayuri died, I felt really bad about it. No, Yuri, sure enough. I felt very gamified with Yuri. And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, Dameol, I have a confession to make. I'm also in love. Well, of course you are, because you're part of the game. You have to be. It's hard-edged into you, too. You truly are the light in my world. When there's nothing else in the game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Dameol, will you go out with me? Should have known this was going to happen. This is completely typical for this game. Although I don't mind it, I don't think it's bad. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Dameol. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Dameol. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. This script is broken at this point. I don't even think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to leap Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. That's interesting. To get to the game directory, I had to go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. It's very obvious they're giving me this specific instructions because I am able to do that myself, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I'm kind of curious how far this goes, how long, this conversation will go, but obviously that's what I'm supposed to do, is get rid of Monika herself. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally get a good ending. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? What if that part of the game still works? Oh, is it going to be a poem where I can only say Monika repeatedly? Yep. Okay, well, I'm not ever going to put a full Monika. Actually, is there even a Monika available? I don't think there is a full... Okay, no, there are a few that are all the way Monikas. But I'm not going to use any of them. I'm going to have as little to do with Monika as I can. Sometimes she's not even jumping when I'm picking it. Does that mean she doesn't like it? Or does that mean that no matter what I pick, she's going to like? I can see it as either. I picked ick. Ick. Hi again. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Aww. Did you write this poem for me? That is so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. I feel, yeah, she's stuck in an infinite loop where she can't get out of this either. And again, obviously I can go and delete her, but I'm going to see how this goes. You know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our fantasies. With the flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Well, that was an incredibly straightforward poem, actually. I'm a little surprised. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about you. Or about my... I misread that. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? He might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if he preferred playing without me. But I'm so relieved. I don't have to hide anything anymore. Are we to spend our eternity together, Dameol? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I even start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, but I'll always have something to talk about. In the meantime, we can just sit and look into each other's eyes. Okay, I feel like this conversation is starting to break down a little bit. I feel like this is going to be where it's like specifically putting in segments where you have nothing to do, so you'll actually go and do what they're hinting at. So it won't let me actually click out of here. I guess I just have to Alt-Tab. I was thinking if it would like let me save, but... So, alright, go ahead and properties... Oh, down the bottom, derp. And... local files, find local files. There's the characters folder. I see it, guys. I don't really want to delete it, though. I know there's times you won't always be able to be here with me. Like, if you need to go out or take care of other things. But I'll always have you in my thoughts, patiently waiting for you to come back. Come to think of it, if you copy my character into a flash drive or something, you always keep a part of me with you. I guess it's kind of unorthodox, but I find it really romantic. Sorry, that's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be too needy or anything, but it's kind of hard when I'm so in love with you. Yep, here she is again. Okay, so let me go ahead and... doop-a-doop. Just move you to the desktop real quick. Now I can delete this one. Boop. Sorry, Monika. What's happening? Dameol, what's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me, Dameol. Please, hurry and help me. You know, I'm curious. What happens if I do? Oh, it actually exists now, game. Did you do this to me, Dameol? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Dameol. I trusted you. Did you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? This is a little bit heartbreaking, even though, again, I don't feel sorry for Monika. She did this to everyone else, and now she's crying. Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. Dude, you literally did this to everyone else. You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing, or find some other people to torture. Dameol, you completely and truly make me sick. Goodbye. Well, that's kind of a downer ending. Like, you did it to everyone else. Don't sit there and talk down to me. This was justice, not vengeance, and not cruelty. I still love you, though. I can't stop loving you. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? You killed Sayori. Like, she was my first pick. Oh, my friend. There's so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. Just messing up a world I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of, and I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... That's what? I've made up my mind. Dameol, I know I said I deleted everyone else, but well, that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends. And I loved all of them. And I loved the literature club. I really did. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's not the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... Oh, interesting. That makes sense, though, because she said that this was a world she didn't even belong in, so that almost makes it sound like she's not an inherent character of this game. But that actually doesn't make a huge amount of sense, only because why would she be hard-programmed to love me if she wasn't an inherent part of this game? Huh. I am glad to see Sayori back, though. That does actually make me legit super happy. And yep, all the loads are gone. Every time it resets the game, that happens. This could only work in this format, where the playthroughs are relatively short and you can skip through them. Really, really interesting mechanics. I never thought the game would be like this, but I really love that it is. Alright, let's do this. Because obviously now we get to play through without Monika in it. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friends walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. Hey, Dameol? Well, there already is one girl. So Sayori... This is just happy. The girl Sayori, my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again. Dameol, are you proud of me? You know, for waking up on time. We've been doing that a lot for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walked to school together every day? Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, by the way, Dameol, have you decided on to join a club to join yet? Well, I told you, I'm really not. I started to say what I always do. I'm not interested in joining any of the clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take offense to that. After all, I can tell her clubs were a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own. Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Oh, which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep that a surprise. You meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. It's a little bit funny just how happy this is. It's the same thing as it was at the beginning. At the beginning I was like, ugh. But now I'm just super... Sayori is back and things are just good, you know? This makes me happy. I call the room number of the club for the flyer I saw. Walk across the school and upstairs to a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. Dameol? What are you doing here? Well, I just... Huh. So you're Dameol, the Sayori's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dameol. We're the literature club. Oh, I hope you enjoy your visit. Oh, come on, Yuri. Don't you be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Is Natsuki taller than she was before? I feel like she might be. I actually wonder, without the influence, is she no longer malnourished? The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. You're... That's right. The club I decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. No way! No way! Sayori wraps her arms around me and starts jumping up and down. Well, if Sayori's happy, I guess it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say! We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey! Don't ruin the surprise! Oh, sorry. Again, I know I keep saying this, but it's just... Everything just seems so pure and clean, and I'm actually really worried that Monika only exacerbated their problems, and they're still going to infight because they're still all forced to be in love with me. Like, this feels so good and like a good ending and so happy and great. And the game's going to ruin it. I feel it. I feel the game is going to ruin this. And they're still going to squabble, even without Monika directly interfering with them. We'll see if I'm right, but that's definitely the impression. The impression that I get. Bum, 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 bum. But still, at least right now, I'm smiling as I read this. It's just, it feels good, man. It feels John good, man. Everyone sit down on the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Oh, we're going to get back into the whole tea ceremony thing. It's interesting how there's little snips and segments of this that are the exact same every playthrough, but it doesn't let you skip past those. It's like only if the entire scene is the exact same will the skip button actually light up. There's a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapper tray and Yuri opens up a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes. Yay, they're still little cats! The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. Kawaii! I'm sorry, I just had to. I don't usually do that whole, like, I'm gonna say random things in Japanese because it's annoying as hell. And I even think I think it's kawaii, but I'm not a very good weeb, alright? Forgive me. Turn the cupcake around my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her seeing glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Yeah, again, they're all showing signs that it's going to play out the same way, and they're all going to get obsessed with me. And for some reason, they won't just, like, agree to be sister wives. Like, that would be the ultimate solution. Just agree to be sister wives, everyone. It will literally make everyone in the game happy. And just think of the, like, splash screens. I finally bite down. The icing's sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set? Don't worry. Oh yeah, I'm just skipping this. I've seen it all already. So again, this is one of those areas that I feel like should be skipped because it's literally the exact same. Like, I'm not seeing any difference. So, you know, now that I think about it, how is Natsuki bringing cupcakes to the class at this scene if she has no food at home and is malnourished? Is that just something the game provides for her on this specific date? Because that's a complete contradiction. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly, but Natsuki said, "Yeah, okay, I'm skimming through this too." It's again. I wish it was easy to tell what I'd done before. I know the skip button will light up for whole sections. I can't even speak. Yep, seen this before. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Yuri? Well, the first thing he said? That's right. Natsuki tends to bring ragging in the club room. Manga, I can't speak. Don't just say... For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? It's interesting she's actually saying this. Before, she never would speak up. I wonder why Monika's presence changed that. I just find it a little bit interesting they're making this point when everyone that plays this game is a gamer and is very apt to consider a game to be art, even though a few years ago no one would consider games to be a form of art either. So if Dameol wants to read some of my manga, don't try and stop him, okay? I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little and take this opportunity to try something new as well. Maybe? Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. We get to know each other a little bit better as well. I mean, it's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? Well, I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Interesting how she became the president rather than Yuri, when Yuri was the vice president, and when Monika left, Sayori just became president. Then, as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify in the first place. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. This is really nice that they're actually being more open-minded and just getting along like actual real friends. It also makes me question how much this can be pre-programmed if they change this much when the variables change. Like, I mean, obviously I know that it's actually built this way, but under the assumption that it isn't and Monika's a, like, sentient character that I just deleted, this wouldn't make sense. I realized my error. So, if you're willing to consider starting a novel, I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy you do that for me. You can trust me to find something you'll really like, okay? Aww. This is just such a wholesome and adorable scene. I'm so happy. Like, again, I'm worried that it'll take a negative turn, but I'm just really, really happy playing through this. Perhaps I'll visit a bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along? I mean, if you don't mind. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. Sayori. Don't interrupt the scene. Bad Sayori. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too. I look forward to it. So again, Yuri starts cleaning up the food. Well, I guess the meeting's over, huh? Well, it looks like nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it, though? I think everyone likes you too, Dameol. Well, everyone seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. Surprised when you told me you were going to start a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're going to make the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day's going to be so much fun. Hey, Dameol, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. Oh, really? There's actually something else. I want to thank you for... Ooh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. And with that bit of wow, we're going to go into the episode, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll find out how much Sayori knows about what goes on behind the scenes next time.